What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to run an outside breaking route, like an out route versus outside leverage off man coverage. Okay, this is a common question that I get asked. What can I do when I have a sideline breaking route and this DB is outside shade, and the different scenarios you guys can be thrown into? Okay, but also, fellas, today our Improve Your Route Running in 10 Days training program, specific 10 days step-by-step process to become a better route runner, is 50% off. So 50% off today only, guys. Get this for 50% off in that very first link in the description below. Specific 10 days step-by-step process of how to improve your route running, become a better route runner with a drill schedule as to the exact things that you can do to improve your route running in under 2 weeks. So I hope we get you guys on that soon. Again, very first link in the description, 50% off, half off today only. Let's get started with this video. So we've been looking at this route from the FCF. So this is a great route. This is a great example of how to set up a DB, attack his leverage, close the distance, and get him to turn his hips. Okay, so like we talk about this a lot. Talked about this in the video yesterday if you guys watched the shorter clip, where if we got an inside shade DB and we got an inside breaking route like a post route, what did you want to do? You wanted to attack him, then push up to his outside shoulder, get him to turn his hips, then I slip back underneath, right? So same kind of concept on this route. You want to attack him, you want to square him up, you want to try to get him off that platform because he's outside shade. And now this is one-on-ones, right? So this really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be outside shade, because if this were me, I would just square him up and then just race him across over the middle on a post and just catch his ball. It really doesn't make much sense to line up outside shade when you're going one-on-ones. Maybe this guy's been punking him on a lot of outside breaking routes. They know he likes to run speed outs, they know he likes to run corners, whatever. Maybe that's why they're lined up outside shade. But when you get like a cover zero look as a receiver, cover one, sometimes cover one because there's one high safety there, but zero, nobody in the middle of the field, you're in just straight man coverage, expect inside leverage, okay? Expect inside leverage. This is more of like a zone coverage play, or maybe it's like two man where they have anything where they have help to the inside, because that's why you would play outside shade, because you have help to the inside. In this case, he doesn't, because one-on-one, so it doesn't make much sense, right? But it's good for you guys to know, good for you to know the IQ behind the defensive side of things. So I want to close this distance and want to try to move him off this platform. So I create this space for myself. So I threaten him to where he wants me to go, and there's a ton of space there, right? So you see how he comes off, he attacks him, closes the distance. DB does a good job keeping his leverage, staying disciplined, quote unquote, right? Because if he was going to attack his leverage, just run it out, he would be all over this thing. So I attack his leverage, give him this move. Now I'm going to hit him with this threaten release, okay? So what is a threaten release? A threaten release is very similar to like a dive release, where you just dive to the inside. You commit to the inside, hips and shoulders to this thing, get this DB to commit his hips, and then we break this thing right back out, right? A dive release would be like, let's say we were lined up on the 5-yard line. A dive release would be the exact same thing right here. We just dive to the inside, and maybe we're running a 5-yard out rather than a 10-yard out, right? So we set him up, and then we attack his inside shoulder on this threaten release. Now, what gets him to turn his hips on this threaten release is, one, your eyes got to be committed. You can't be looking over here, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is speed and pad level, which is AKA body language, okay? So committing your shoulders and your hips to this break is what gets this dude to turn, and then having that same speed that you had off the line of scrimmage in the stem, whatever it might be, that's what gets him to overcommit. Trust me, a good DB, trust me on this. If you guys are chopping your feet, you guys are slowing down, you're leaning back, whatever, he's going to sit on that because he knows you're not going that way. Nobody runs that way half speed. Nobody tries to cross the DB's face and run a post route, run a seam route, run a dig, whatever it is, half speed, right? So you got to make sure that we have that speed, commit your hips and your shoulders so I can break this thing off suddenly, and you see, get him to turn his hips. Now, all I know I got to do is beat this outside arm. You see how he swats, chops over the top, gets that DB to kind of break down a little bit, and look at the separation that I created for myself. Great job running this out route against outside leverage. Watch the thing again, full speed one more time. So square him up, attack the inside shoulder, get those hands off, then accelerate back to the sideline. Great route. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, you guys want a 50% off route running training program, 50% off today only. So the sale will end Saturday in the morning sometime. So make sure that we check this thing out. Again, take advantage of this 50% off sale. Very first link in the description. If you guys have any questions at all, leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you guys next time.